Hi guys, so in today's video, I'll be sharing with you all 20 study tips that you could follow in your everyday life to improve your studies, and just these tips will enhance your overall study routine. So without further ado, let's get started. First is to find a comfortable study place. Now it doesn't matter if you have a small house or a big house. A small corner with all the comfort where you can sit for minimum of 1 hour is all that you need. Now this is how my desk is. It's pretty comfortable. There is a big window outside, so enough of light is coming in and fresh air as well. If you want to see my desk tour, I have it linked in the description box below. And yes, I'll be soon doing an updated desk tour as well, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Next is to eat wholesome. Now everything is connected. What you eat and drink reflects a lot in your studies, as it improves your memorization power and obviously your consciousness. So eat wholesome food, have a balanced diet. Next is to keep away distractions. Now no matter how much we try, that little bell of your notification is always distracting. So either turn off your phone, keep it on silent, and keep it a little away from the place that you're studying. And in case you need your phone while studying, then turn off the internet. Next is to keep a planner. I have been thoroughly using planner from this year, and I would highly recommend you all to start using one. I have a lot of videos on planners, which I'll again link in the description box below. I would suggest you all to buy a planner rather than making one, as it will unnecessarily waste your time. Next is to use post-it notes. Post-it notes can be used a lot to effectively study. I have a video on 20 ways to use post-it notes, so I'll link that as well. Let me know if you have already seen that video. I love using post-it notes while I'm studying, and I have a box full of them with all different shapes. So I would urge you to go ahead and buy them. Next is to brush up before your lecture. Always quickly revise and kind of skim read your chapter before your lecture. That way you have a rough idea about what your teacher is going to teach you. So another tip that I would highly encourage you all to do on a daily basis. Next is to make a timetable. Again, there's a dedicated video on this, as you need to know how to block your time and how to dedicate a particular hour to something. So yeah, always make sure you have a timetable with you. Next is to stay hydrated. If you have seen my videos, I always have a water bottle on my desk, and most of the time it is not filled because I end up drinking that water. Have a small or a big water bottle. Next is to reward yourself. You should always have a little happy moment at the end of the hard work. So I just use these post-it notes like this for a reward. So here I had, after completing the chapter, I had a little reward of using Instagram for 10 minutes. Rewards can be anything: using your phone, watching your TV show, or eating something. So yeah, it's up to you. Next tip is to take minimal notes. Again, I have a dedicated video on it. Your notes shouldn't be a copy-paste version of your textbook. You should know how to take minimal notes, and your notes should not be overly highlighted and not even very plain. So there are a lot of videos that you can find on YouTube as well to improve your notes, and some of them I do have. Next tip is to do the difficult tasks first. So whatever chapter you find difficult or has a very high weightage, do it beforehand, because in the starting you have a lot of time. So if you invest the time in the things that are difficult, the ones that are easy can be done even last minute. So prioritize wisely. Next tip is to get cute supplies. Again, I have so many stationery hauls, and I love collecting cute stationeries. Unicorn, pastel colors, and vibrant, pink colors, blue colors are my favorite. Then is to make flashcards. Again, I have a complete dedicated video on how you can make flashcards and how you can use them. But overall, I would like to say flashcards really help in your studying, especially if you want to study a language, let's say like French or Hindi. Flashcards are very useful in that way, and it's good to take quizzes as well. So that brings me to the next study tip, is to quiz yourself. So either you can take a practice paper online, or you can use these flashcards as quiz. What I do is I read the title and then I guess in my mind, and then I check if whatever I said was correct or not. Next tip is to complete the task beforehand. So this means if your your due date is on 20th of December, make sure that you complete that project by 18th of December. Next is to practice and practice and practice. Well, practice makes a man or a woman perfect, and it's true. So keep on practicing. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I like to write down all of my answers. You can either visualize it by reading it, you can hear your answers if you record it. So it's completely up to you. But I would personally recommend you all to write it, because when you're writing, not only your brain and your hand is working, in fact your entire body is working, so that is more effective. Next tip is to take breaks. As important it is study, it's also important to take breaks. You can use any method, the Pomodoro method, that is 25 minutes of studying and 5 minutes of break, or you can use any personalized method. I like to study for like a good 45 minutes and then take a 15-minute break. Next is to set achievable goals. Do not set goals like this year I'm going to get 95%. No. If you are scoring 70%, set goals like I'll get 78% or 80%. That is something more achievable than directly jumping on 90%. So set something that you can easily achieve. Next is to regularly revise. If you are regularly taking notes, you should also revise it. As and when you keep on rereading the same thing again and again, it is likely to be remembered very easily to your brain. So keep on revising on a regular basis. You can also, include revision in your timetable. So that is again a great tip. My last tip is to get good sleep. Minimum of 8 hours of sleep for a student is a must, and do not compromise on it. So this was my video. I hope you guys liked it and find it helpful. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you want to see more such study tips. I would be happy to do it for you all.